How's it going, everybody? Rye right here today, and we are back with your Toledo Underdogs in our Underdogs Champion Series. And this is the first season after making the playoffs. So, guys, we got to make it back. We got to keep this train rolling and keep the momentum of this series up. So let's do it, guys. Take a look at the lines, though. Your comments, I appreciate those at the end of the last one. I messed around with it, taking a look at the player types, and I like kind of the distribution we have. With Kulich, McKenna, and Tippett, we have 2 goal scorers along with a playmaker. I mean, Gavin McKenna shot only 141 times last season in 20. That is nothing. He is not shooting whatsoever. 141. That's like, and look, Yuri Kulich basically doubled his shots in about the same amount of time. And then if we go take a look at Owen Tippett, he had 246 shots in just 16 minutes. So we're surrounding Gavin McKenna with 2 shooters. And then on the second line, we know Cooper Lutz shoots a ton. Brad Lambert shoots a little bit, and Zadina is a playmaker, right? So show you right now, he's got in 20 minutes, he had under 200 shot attempts. Brad Lambert had 19 minutes and shot 240. And then you can see Cooper Lutz had 172, sure, but that was in 11 minutes. So this guy loves to shoot the puck, and I think putting him on a line where he doesn't have to worry about his defense because we're going to have the puck. His defense is actually pretty good, but we're going to have the puck. Brad Lambert is there doing all the defensive stuff, and Philip Zadina is a great two-way player who's even better of a playmaker. Then the third line is going to be centered by Michelli, Martone, and Rosen. So a little bit of a younger winger pair. I'm hoping Rosen can get his overall back above a 78. And then our fourth line is going to be Drury, Beck, and Osland. The reason I'm not moving Rosen down to the fourth line is simply because this guy is good. He's making a good amount of money. Let's see, how much has he got? He's got, another 2 years, right? This year and next year at 5.6, but still, we can't have him sub 80 overall. So we're going to try and boost his morale or whatever is ailing him. I believe it is morale. So by playing him on the third line and maybe a little bit of special teams. Taking a look at the defense, we've got Shaw and Chubarov, Johnson and Perrick, and then Hinola and Jack Thompson. Jack Thompson, again, he's disengaged, I think, right now. His overall should go up as he gets more playing time. And then in goal, finally, guys, Lincoln Gardner and Scott Rotzloff. So 2 young goalies, but Lincoln Gardner at 83 overall. I'm very excited to see how he does. I've challenged him to get 30 wins. I think this team should get 30 wins. He's the best goaltender we've ever had. So I'm looking forward to it. Finally, a goaltender that's not, backup / replacement level. So let's get into it, guys. I won't be jumping in every 20 or every 10 games. My plan is every 20 unless something notable happens. So let's start that sim. And here we are, guys, 20 games into the season, 7-11-2, and currently sitting 5 points behind the Canadiens. 1 point, I guess, behind the Hurricanes is probably who we're looking at, but they've got 6 games in hand on us. And I know there's the glitch about games played, but our record does add up and the amount of points and everything. And I think I know the cause of the glitch, so I'm not. It's when you exit a game, when you go into play or you sim, and you don't just hit advanced A, and you try and play the game again or sim the game. That's when the issue happens. But honestly, guys, Lincoln Gardner's playing all right. 913, 307 is not good. But if you take a look at our stats, 13th in goals for, but 27th in goals against. The penalty kill is improved over last year. Power play still doing well. So we are trying to outscore our problems. And I'm trusting the coach's decision here with the lines, but I don't really think it's making that big of a difference. You can see everybody's a smattering of minuses. You got Yuri Kulich and Owen Tippett, who I think should be playing here. Honestly, a +5 on the second line with Kulich, Lutz, and Zadina. You got a sniper with 2 snipers and a playmaker, a two-way forward, and a sniper there. Maybe I could get Kulich up here. No, I don't think I can. And then they want Rosen on the fourth line. He's a -6. He's not doing well. He may be the latest in the line of just get rid of him, but I guess Beck is a better fit to this top line, but or this third line, I should say. But I don't really want to do that. I kind of like the look of the third line as is, so I'm going to override the coach there. Defensively, I mean, things are what they are, right? It's a -7 and a -2. We know that pair was really good last year. Jack Thompson continues to be a good player. And then goalie-wise, Gardner is fine. Rotzloff is not fine. Holy moly, he is horrible. 870 and a 461. So in the AHL, we've got Leonardo Phillips, who's not, oh my God, he's 12. He's 1-11 in his 12 games played. I mean, I know the team in front of him isn't the best team I've ever put out there, We've got a lot of, I think, younger guys like Lavin. I'm trying to get ice time to some of the low elites, low top six, right? He's 22. He's not going to be much, but, pick a Reinen. Maybe I should probably sign one or two guys for the AHL. Maybe definitely on the blue line, right? Two guys for the blue line. Actually, one guy, because they're both low, whatever. We're going to give him the ice time. Screw it. It's Rochester. Who cares? But I don't know what to say about this, guys. We need to step it up. Hopefully this second line and a little bit more depth, balance. We'll see. So we did start to go on a little bit of a run and immediately just drop 3 in a row to kill the momentum. We were back up to 17, 17, and 4. Honestly, guys, right now, Gavin McKenna's leading the team in points. That's good. He's got 43 points in 41 games, so I'm liking that. Owen Tippett has about 20 goals, so it's a 40-goal pace. I mean, Lincoln Gardner is on pace for the 30 wins I set for him. Maybe I should ask him for 40, but really, it is kind of Wroclaw that is dragging us down. But really, the team just needs to perform better. 16th in goals for, 26th in goals against. The power plays at 17%. The penalty kills actually got an uptick. So we did solve that, it looks like. But the power play needs to improve for sure. We did have a good run to get us back to 500. Maybe it's a sign of things to come, and maybe I don't need to fixate on the 3 losses in a row here. But you can see that we went on this little bit of a run in the middle of December where we beat the Panthers, we beat the Blues, we beat the Stars. The Stars are a good team. The Panthers are a really good team. We beat the Islanders. We picked up a point there against a good Devils team. We did drop this game to Ottawa, which hurts, but we beat a great Carolina team. We lost to Columbus, but bounced back with a win against a team we should be beating. But then it's losing to Florida again, good team. And then we it's been up and down, but these recent 3 games against the Rangers, who are a great team, the Canadians, who are a great team, and so we're losing to good teams. And I get it, but we were good enough to contend with them last year. We didn't change too much. I'm not sure what really is going on right now. Our locker room chemistry is down at 60%, and I did say I wanted that to be a focus, but I don't know why everyone's so upset, why everyone's so angry. If we take a look at morale, I think that might be the big thing here. Brendan Lemieux is disgruntled, but I don't really care, to be honest. If we sort this, neutral, just Lemieux, Rosen's disgruntled, and Thompson. Oh, so sorry. Rosen is disengaged, Thompson's disengaged, and Lemieux is disgruntled. So we need Rosen playing back at what he does, not Lemieux. I'm literally looking at Rosen right now. Come on, they broke franchise mode. It's been so frustrating to play, and I'm sorry, guys, but oh my god, morale and he's just getting crushed there, guys. I don't know. Maybe he needs to change as he is playing horribly. I mean, he's not even got 10 points in 41 games. I know he's not playing any ice time, to be fair, but I guess he's never been a guy that did all that well for us. So maybe I should move on from him and get some picks back and maybe find a goaltender to back up instead of Wroclaw and then send Wroclaw down. So I might actually do that. I'm going to see what I can get for Isaac Rosen, because he's definitely not what we need right now. So as you guys can see, Isaac Rosen has absolutely no trade value. I mean, that is pretty sad that a 63, 18-year-old has just as much value as Isaac Rosen. So if I was another team, I'd be jumping on it. If I can maybe move Brendan Lemieux for, Pettersson here, a medium top 9, sure. I think I might take it, just because I don't want him on the team anymore. I don't want him complaining. I don't want him... he's not going to play, and it's just not worth it. So I'm going to just take any one of these deals that fits our criteria and the restrictions here. So let's Heiskanen. Sure, he's got 1 year left. He's probably going to play in the AHL, and that's how I can acquire my AHLer here. Heiskanen, yeah, Vesa Heiskanen. He's 23. He's a sniper. Cool. Propose the trade. All right. Well, Brendan Lemieux is gone, and now Heiskanen is here. So, yeah, look at that. Multiple morale changes because of locker room interactions. Everyone's happy because he is gone. So, I love that. Guys, I know what you're going to say. It looks really bad right now. But we're only 4 points out of the playoffs, yet we're last in the division. Obviously, if you take a look at the Metro, they just suck, right? The whole division is bad. But, well, I should say half the division is bad. The Capitals, Islanders, Penguins, and Flyers all are, 9 points behind us. We are only 4 points behind the Panthers, 5 points behind the Lightning. And we did go on a bit of a run here after we got rid of Brendan Lemieux. So, I mean, maybe the morale was the big thing, but the second we got rid of him, we beat the pants off the Penguins 9-4. And we go on this 4-game winning streak. It does end at the hands of the Minnesota Wild, but then we pick it back up with 2 more. We lose 3 in a row, and then we just kind of cool off. We come back then after a little bit of a break. The All-Star break is what I'm assuming that is. Wish we could play the All-Star game. Man, that'd be cool to have that in there just to see who on our team made the All-Star. Anyway, then we go on a little bit of a run here where we pick up points in every game until the Devils, right? So a win against Detroit, a win against Nashville, who then fired their coach. We picked up a point against Seattle. We beat Vancouver, who's a really strong team. We pick up a point here against the LA Kings. We beat Vegas, finally lose to the New Jersey Devils, but after 61 games, we have 62 points, and we look like we're turning a corner. Now, the thing I want to do is find like an 80 overall goaltender that I can bring in. Is there anybody, can I sign a free agent? Is there a free agent goalie that's like an 80 overall that's just out there just chilling right now? It does not look like it. If we take a look at overall, no, they're only 78. So I'm going to look for an 80 overall goaltender because I think we can safely say that Scott Rotzloff isn't it. In 16 games played, he's got 3 wins. His stats are really bad, and it's not helping this team. So, and obviously we look down in the AHL. Leonardo Phillips is doing better than Rotzloff, but it's nowhere near what it needs to be. The Amherst are having a terrible, terrible season. So we did kind of gut it, and I am trying to give ice time to really, bad players with high potential. So I'm not too worried about it, but Scott Rotzloff can't continue to be our backup. So I'm going to go find a trade for a backup goaltender who's been producing pretty well. So I looked through all the goalies in the league, and there's one guy that I really want to go after, and it's Nico Daws. That save percentage and goal against average is crazy good. Now, he's only got 5 wins in the 15 games he's played, but he's performing well, and part of it might be because the Rangers are just a really good team. I can't believe the fact that he's only got 5 wins out of 15 despite their team being that good. So, it's Shesterkin. Duh. I was going to say, I wasn't sure if he was still there, but it's got to be Shesterkin, right? Yeah, he's still there. He is going to win the Vezina is my guess. I mean, that's the games, 15 games played plus 48 games played. That feels right. Yeah. I think that's what, 59 something. Yeah, something like that. And he could have come in during the backup. Okay, I just want to make sure the glitch isn't happening. But I'm going to see if I can give him a next year's 7th for Dawes. Trade accepted. Cool. There was no potential question. Yeah, I'm sorry. Rotzloff, but you've just not been good enough, bud. Yeah, they didn't want to find a trade, so I'm going to send Rotzloff down. He does need to pass through waivers. Shoot. You know what? No, I'm going to see if I can get him through waivers. And there we go. He's lost morale for being sent down, and we're going to edit the lines. I don't think anybody will claim him because I don't think he's good enough to be claimed right now, but that is scary. And if I lose him, so be it. We've got Dawes for the rest of the year. And then we've got guys down in the Lincoln Phillips, I think it is. Is it Lincoln Phillips? Leonardo Phillips, and I think it's Lincoln Gardner. God, it's going to be tough for me to remember, but there we go. We made our goalie trade. I don't think we have any more trades in mind, but hopefully Nico Daws can come in and give us the win. He's projected to start against Minnesota, who's, another team right in that similar vibe to us. 62 points. They've only played 58 games. They're 7 out of the playoffs, so means a lot to both teams. But here we go. Let's go through a couple games, get to the trade deadline, and see how this one goes. Come on, let's get this win. The morale went up. Let's see. Is it a win? Nope. We did win, and we back-to-back wins. All right. I want to see. Did he start? Did Nico Daws start for us in that 4-1 win over Minnesota? Let's take a look. There's the box scores. Let me see. It wasn't him. It was where the heck are we? There we go. All right, there we are. 4-1 win. Game-winning goal by Lutz. All right. Toledo stats go to goalies, and it was Lincoln Gardner. Good to see him put in a good performance. And then I wonder against Winnipeg, was it Lincoln Gardner as well? Gustav Chubarov with the game-winning goal in this one. 7-4 victory, and Gardner played in this one as well. So a little bit not as good, but the offense was there. The offense definitely came alive in this one when we needed it to. Zadina back with 2 goals. Shaw with 2 points. Shaw with 2 goals though in 23 minutes. Wow, the bottom 6 scoring goals, and then, well, defender, and then Yuri Kulik. I assume that Yuri Kulik is going to score, but let's get into the trade deadline. Where do we sit as we get there? The first star of the game, the last time we played, was Lincoln Gardner. Wow, okay. If Lincoln Gardner starts to develop and gets hot here down the stretch, we got a shot. Now, the goals for per game being a top 10 team, that is what we like to see because that's where we're predicated on is our offense. Defensively, I'd like to see us improve just a bit, but you can see 0.06 goals separate us from being 19th and 23rd. So very small margins defensively. So if we just advance the day here a couple times, I don't know how we're going to do against Detroit. They did pick up a win. They're hot. They're 7-3 in their last 10, but we're 6-2-2. So looking at the playoff race, we are 4 points back of the Leafs with, well, they've played 1 fewer game. So that is something to be concerned about. The Panthers have 1 more point than us with 3 fewer games played. I'm not even going to look at the Metro because I know the Devils are tied with us, but I'm only looking at the teams currently in the playoffs. So let's advance the day. Hopefully it shows me if we win. We got positive morale, gained locker room chemistry. Looks like things might be going our way. Lost locker room chemistry, though, with the Amherst. Let's enter the trade deadline. See who's out there, and maybe I'll make a swing. Maybe I won't. Maybe Rosen's got trade value now. I don't know. So, guys, I've looked through at the trade deadline. There's not really anything I want to get rid of. Rosen's still going for like a 4th, so I'd rather keep him for another year, get his morale right, and hopefully his value goes up. And there's no young guys out there that I would swing a trade for that the teams want to do. So I think that's all she wrote for the trade deadline. And honestly, I think the team is hitting its stride now. There's not many upgrades I can really make. It would have to be all to the bottom 6, but a 1-0 shutout win in the last one against the Detroit Red Wings. So I wonder, was that Lincoln Gardner or was that Nico Dawes? Hey, maybe bringing in Nico Dawes is just better for the room anyway. Yuri Kulik with the 1 goal in the second period, but Toledo goalies, Gardner with a 27 save shutout. So by all means, like, let's keep it going, Gardner, because you're hitting your hot streak. Has he grown? Is his overall like an 85 now or something? I wonder. But it seems like the Lions have produced a better defense. He's an 84, so he has grown up a point. He fits the first line perfectly. I can't believe he carries shoot efficient balance. I love that. That's my favorite thing about like this. It's just so dumb. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep it rolling here. A big game against Ottawa. I'm laughing. I'm taking this lightly, but we are not in a playoff spot just yet. Ottawa is. They are 5 points ahead of us with 3 extra games played for us. So let's go ahead and see if we can get 5 games here that are huge. Boston, a team in second place. Montreal, the team in first place. Washington, I believe the Capitals. No, the Capitals are pretty much out of it. So, but these 4 out of 5 games that if we can take these games, I feel really good. But 3 straight wins since we've moved on from Scott Rotzloff. He's still on the team, obviously. He's in Rochester. But Nico Dawes brought in. Honestly, the team's just kind of performed a little bit better. So let's keep it rolling here against Ottawa. We are going to lose that one 4-2. That's a tough one. We're running out of games to play with here. We lose to Boston. Can we please beat Montreal? We lose to Montreal. How do we do against Washington? We beat Washington 4-2, and then we lose in overtime to Boston. We pick up a point, but guys, we're running out of extra games here. We've played 4 more games than the Lightning, 3 more than the Leafs, and we're only 3 points behind the Lightning, so nobody's really taking off right now, which is why if we can get things right here, we absolutely need to capitalize on it. If we can just figure out how to get going. Maybe it's the blue line, right? What's gone wrong? The Gavin McKenna's a minus. Cooper Lutz is a plus. Is it time to give Cooper Lutz the extra ice time and move McKenna? Like this feels crazy to me, but maybe I'll do it. And honestly, yeah, it really feels like McKenna's a -7. I mean, he's an 89 franchise, but like, yikes, Lambert's not done great either. I'm gonna do this, and then on the blue line. We got a pluses on the top pairing, pluses on the second pairing, slight minus. Okay, Jack Thompson's maybe not great, but it's very, very slight. How's the fourth line doing, actually? Are they a minus? They are. Noah Ostlund is not it. Do we have anybody? We don't have any scratched players. Can I call somebody up, I wonder? Maybe I should move on from Ostlund. Just a thought. But for now, let's take a look. Is Lavin? I mean, Lavin is a two-way forward. Balanced cycle, balanced. Feels like he's producing well down in Rochester. 24 goals, 21 minutes ice time. So I'm going to call him up. I think confirm that. And then we are going to best lines it down in the AHL. So be it. And then just replace Noah Ostlund with Lavin, because I don't want to, let this season go to waste. I mean, it's a fourth liner. He's not going to make all the difference. And I'm making a massive change on the top six, or on the, and giving Cooper Lutz that ice time. But guys, he just produces. He's got 51 points, 69 games, 28 goals scored, 12% shooting percentage, 51 faceoff percentage. Gavin McKenna just is really not the franchise guy I would have hoped he was. He's really, really solid. Don't get me wrong. But honestly, you know what? Maybe I'll do something like this and then move McKenna to center. Because how's McKenna's faceoff percentage? Maybe he's losing a ton of faceoffs. His faceoff percentage is woeful, so he's going to go to the wing there. Flip-flop him and Kulik, I guess. And then we're going to have Zadina, Lambert, and Tippett. I actually kind of like this. I feel like Lutz just sims too good. And then, you know what? I'm going to see if I can talk to him to see if I can get him to fit the first line. On-ice play, scheme fit, and okay, I've tried this about 5 times with the different players each time, and nobody ever wants to change the way they play. So he's completely not a fit for this top line, but I'm going to go with it anyway. He just happens to produce too well. So let's keep rolling. We got to get hot. We got to go on a little bit of a run. I mean, obviously, just above 500 may make it into the playoffs. We look like we got some decent teams to beat up on coming up. Nope, just kidding. I just saw Philly, Pittsburgh, Nashville. I know they're all pretty bad. The rest of these teams here, though, are really good. So we're going to have to earn it if we're going to make the postseason. But let's go. Another 6 games. Okay, Scott Rotzloff's happy he's dressed down there in the minors. We shut out Philly. 2-0 win. Love it. Against Florida, we win 3-2. That's a good team we just beat there, too. Detroit, our next opponent. We're going to beat them as well. We're now 1 point back of the Lightning. Montreal, top of the Atlantic. We are going to lose to them, but we got to beat this Nashville team. We have to win this game. This is one of those you circle, you must win, and we lose it. Against Pittsburgh, we win 5-1, though. We are now 2 points back of the Panthers with 2 more games played and 5 points back of the Bruins, and we finished the season with the Bruins. So let's go another 3 games. Carolina, New York, and Chicago. 3 really strong teams. Against Carolina, how are we going to do? We're losing 3-2, and we lose 5-2 there against the Rangers. Chicago, how are we going to do here? We beat them 6-2. Do we keep our playoff hopes alive? Just slightly. With 4 games to go, we need the Lightning to drop some points against New Jersey here. We need to... Oh, man, dude, there's so many good teams at the back half of our schedule, and we now are going to miss the playoffs yet again. So there we go. Let's just finish up this season, see how close we can get. A 3-2 loss there. It's so close, guys, but something is just not clicking with this team. I don't know if it's goaltending. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's morale. Maybe we need to get rid of anybody who's playing below where they should be playing. Oh my God. And hey, at least they understood the assignment. If you're going to miss the playoffs, lose out for the best possible draft pick, but 81 points in 82 games. It's a massive step back from where we were last year. Gavin McKenna, I mean, he's got a ton of assists. I wonder how, okay, in the last 10, how was Cooper Lutz on the first line? That's one thing I want to see. Cooper Lutz finished with 33 goals. I did challenge him to get, and he now has Schneip. Look at that. He's got the Schneip X Factor. I did challenge him to get 30 goals on the season. He did. He gets Schneip and should hopefully help us out here. But you can see really, really improved on last season. 280 shots, and he's going to get more ice time. I think he's got to be a first liner next year. Split stats. -8 over the last 10. So I don't know. He's played 20 minutes. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say anymore. He was just kind of solid every month. He did the same thing every month, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know what to say at this point, guys, but let's take a look. Lambert, 72 point. It was a terrible season all around. Gavin McKenna, really, really poor from our franchise guy here. He needs to take a step forward. He's now I was going to say now a 90. No, he's not. That was Brad Lambert. Zadina still doing well. Tippett, still a good player. 68 points, 30 and 30. He's fantastic. How many more years do we have him for? Just 2 more years after this. Kulik, 24. Like, he's not really turned into that stud that he was on the trajectory for. He had a good season. Don't get me wrong, but 73 points last year, 30 goals. I mean, the whole team did take a step back goal scoring wise. Cooper Lutz obviously scores a ton of goals. Not the greatest plus minus, but so be it. Michelli looks fine. Martone actually with 40 looks like he's going to be a fine middle six winger. Rosen with 34 points. They're 80 overall. I think we got to get rid of Rosen. And the revamping of the bottom six did not work. Lavin came up and did nothing for us. Yeah. I don't know what to do here, guys. Our bottom six was just really, really bad. Take a look at the blue line. Hinola and Thompson. Thompson was good. He was good when he came in, but doesn't seem to be that way anymore. Shaw with another 20 goals from Harold Shaw. That is ridiculous for my defender to be a 20 goal a year guy. If we can get him to get some assists, maybe I'll tell him to pass more because he's taking 213 shots as a defenseman. Maybe we don't want that. But honestly, I'm looking at this team. I don't really know where the big issue is. It's probably goaltending. Nico Dawes. Oh, good. His stats absolutely plummeted when he came to Toledo. 0-4 in his 4 games, 849, 526. Maybe we need to get a new coach? Defensive upgrades? I don't know, guys. I'm really at a loss for words. So you let me know what this team needs, where we need to improve. Maybe we get rid of some snipers, although scoring goals is never really a bad thing. Does it show me where our team ranked? No, it's not going to show me where our team ranks. So I just kind of wanted to see in the league, how do we do as far as goals for? Let's just stick in the division. Got to focus on our division. It is insane. But as far as goals for, I mean, we were okay. 3.39 is not good. And then goals against per game, we led the way at 3.41. So we're trying to outscore our problems. We can't do that. There's got to be a different shift here. Maybe bring in some more power forwards. But again, there's only so much I can do with our restrictions. So guys, this was a really disappointing one. Thank you for sticking with it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I need all the help I can get, clearly. But I appreciate you guys watching this one. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more. And I will see you guys in the next one.